Coming up on the next episode. Good Saturday morning to you all, YouTube. This is 10:41 now in the AM on this June the 12th. This is the first item on my agenda today. I have decided to go ahead and fix this. I started to say glue it. Solder these connections, which I have done. I think you can see, I hope. I'm using the Olympus Tough 3005 camera. Now, I basically, I'm going to be using this more because it has a super macro feature on it, and it's supposed to be able to get within 1 inch of the subject that you're basically videoing, and I'd like to see if that works rather well or not. Just holding. Now, it has a problem with white. I think white balance. It seems like white things kind of wipe it out, as you can see by the using this on this. But anyway, there's a look at the solder connections. I'm going to stick this in here and we're going to try it out real quick and just see how well it works, and then we'll come right back. Let me put some batteries in it and I'll show you. Alright, well, you can see we are back. I have the radio batteries. Yeah, the radio batteries installed into the radio. Now, I do have it plugged in also because I'm going to show you, this is on AC. You can see it works fine. Again, doesn't receive much in here. Now, this is switch it to AM or DC. Nothing. Now, I don't know if that's the switch here. Yep, it is. I just now got it working. So. Well, I take that back. Maybe not. I thought it switched, but it just switched to DC or AC. It could be a problem with those batteries. Those batteries were pretty low. They were, some of them were under a volt. And that was unloaded too, so the batteries are probably just dead. So, like I said, I had tested it once before with the batteries. Maybe that's why it's not working now, because it drained those batteries. I don't know. But anyway, it did work, and I'm sure it's still working fine. I probably need to double check my connections, make sure I got the plus and the minus right, but I think I did. And like I said, we'll go from there, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. I got too much to do today, as you're going to find out. This is going to be one of them probably long videos that covers a lot of ground, so stay tuned. Also, while I've got you sitting here, let me go over a couple of things. Been talking to Brendan. Brendan and I have decided that probably best to do this, get a baseline type situation in here in the shop before we move. I say me, before I move to the new location. In other words, we're trying to find the best way to improve basically the situation here as far as getting the best reception. And so it's like I said, you really need to know. This is a pretty much a hole here as far as reception is concerned, and without knowing what you get here, if you just go ahead and move into the new digs and have that southern exposure right there, and you get a dramatic improvement. Well, that really doesn't help you to understand why you don't get it in here. I've also reviewed some of my DX videos that I did. It's been a while, but in here, and I found mostly the computers are the biggest problem in here, and there will be one less nearby computer in the new room. I know that. I'm not having the server computer up on the desk like I have it now. It will be located across the room on at another location, and it won't actually be part of the shop area. So, you know, maybe that will make a difference. I don't know, but it does make a difference as far as it being on or not. I could shut it down, and you could see both of the computers. And like I say, it probably wouldn't make any difference during the daytime much in here, because you got a lot more outside interference then. So anyway, that's what I'm talking about as far as doing this, is want to get the baseline here. Plus, in addition to using the Ward's Airline Global radio for this experiment, we're going to be using the Packard Bell 5NA or 5DA, whichever it is. I can't never remember. But that's going to be used as far as because that is actually the radios that I'll be working on more. I mean, the Global's nice. I mean, it's great, you know, receiver and stuff, but I don't have that many of those. And it's when it comes to working on stuff, you know, I wanted to see what the baseline is as far as for AA5s, things like that, and that's what the Packard Bell is. So that will tell us a lot more, I think, about that. And you know, you can get any kind of powerful receiver in here, and it will pick up better than an AA5. We know that, so no big mystery there. So anywho, that's what we're going to be looking at there, and I just thought I'd let you guys know that I am going to be working in addition to this one, which obviously I'm going to kind of sidetrack again on it, because I've got the battery holder in, and I know it works. I've tried it out. So I'm going to put this on the shelf, and going to consider this one pretty much done, and we're going to move on. And where we're going to move on to next is probably either the PLG radio or testing this function generator, frequency counter, and I'm going to do both of those today. And we want to get that done and see how well that works. And again, that's where we're going. Eventually, I would like to get, at the end of the day, by the end of the day I should say, I would like to have the global radio up here and have it plugged in and test it out and seeing what it does. Now the GE over here, you guys can see it's still sitting here on the bench. It's going to be later on. I don't know when I'll get to it, but we're going to kind of sidetrack that one for now and just concentrate on this. Oh, by the way, I've already thought of something else. Let me get this out of the way. Diesel Pete's. Alright, now that's out of the way. What I was starting to say is you guys remember I ordered the filter caps from China, the 82 microfarad at 160 volt, and I ordered those on Sunday evening, which was the 6th of June. Those are out for delivery today. Now that's from China. That's standard shipping. It was $2.99 for the shipping, but again, that is standard shipping from China. Less than a week. I thought that was rather impressive. So that's coming, and like I say, we're going to be able to at least get that much done on. I don't know that I'll get that to this today, but I'm kind of waiting on the tubes. I ordered them the next day, which was Monday. Still haven't got a word from Bob Dubush that they have been shipped, so you're kind of waiting on those. See what we got going. And so anywho, so I want to get this kind of out of the way and GE out of the way, and get the bench cleaned off a little bit so we can get some things tested and done. Again, the PLG radio, I've got the socket for it. You guys saw that already in the video, and the Packard Bell has the antenna wound. The only thing I have to do to it is solder the leads onto the places they go. And once that's done, then that radio is ready to put the new tubes in it, put new caps in probably for wax caps and things, and we'll go from there with it. That'll be our baseline for our AA5 radio. The reason I want to use the Packard Bell, by the way, if you guys watched Don's video, his last video, where he basically inductively coupled his cube multiplier type antenna into the, actually it was just an external antenna, but it's the same kind of principle. He inductively coupled that by basically wrapping the wire around the antenna or whatever, and that is the way that Packard Bell works. And I think I mentioned that in the previous video, that's how it was wired. Basically the loop antenna on the back of it is so many turns, and right in the middle of those turns there's 2 turns of just regular wire, same antenna wire as the antenna, and that is attached to 2 screws on the back, which serve as your antenna, external antenna input, and that works really well. So that's why I want to use it, because I figure that's the best way to do that. You can just connect the external antenna. There's no connections involved. It's just inductively coupled, and it should work out rather well, I think. So that's the plan on that. So there you go. There's a layout of what we're doing here today, and let me get to it and get busy and get some stuff done. Alright, well, I don't recall offhand who was suggested looking inside the GE for a schematic, but there you go. There is the inside look of that. There is absolutely nothing in there as far as the schematic is concerned. I think this might be part of our problem with why it's not working now, is because this is loose. I don't know that it will be fixed by getting this stabilized or whatever, but like I said, I think it's probably worth a shot anyway. Obviously see some wiring here that's not correct. That could be the old antenna wire. It looked kind of like what would connect to the antenna, because that's where he has the wire connected there that he's got for the antenna now. There's another look at the dial string there. Can you see that? I think you can. So that's going to be fixed. This is I don't know if you call this 3-gang tuning or not, but it does have 3 gangs to it. Now this one here is quite a bit different than the other 2, obviously, but anyway, that's that. I think what I'm going to do is remove this battery holder. It's kind of useless as it is anyway. It's not going to work. Get that out of the way, and then we'll put this radio aside. Like I said, I can't really get to this one right now. I just wanted to take the back off and look for a schematic, as was suggested I do. And we have done that now, and so we know what's going on with it, and we can get on with the rest of our stuff. So hang in there. Alright, well, as you can see, I do have the little DDS signal generator counter hooked up, and it is in fact hooked up to the little scope here also. It's going to be difficult to see both, but we'll try our best. I should say it's hooked up. It's not really. I thought I had it hooked up. I guess I didn't. Now that's a little bit unstable there, but I think you can see it. Now this keeps falling off too. I was going to use the big scope, and then I found the little one. I thought, well, I'll use the little one. Let's see here. There's our switch at. There we go. Now, nothing being output doesn't look like. Let's see what we've got to do here. I think there's something I had to do. Get it off the ground, AC, DC. That's the AC coupled. That's good. I don't know. Maybe we got this down too much. Oh, yeah, there we go. Now it's starting to work. Thanky there. That's nice. Let's see if we can see both at the same time here. Doesn't have an indication of the power, I don't think. But you can see I am adjusting it, and it is. I start to clip on the bottom there, it looks like. But that's okay. Now, what I'd like to do is put this up around 455, somewhere around in there, and just see. On 0 kilohertz. So I don't know where I'm at. I have no idea how to use this, to tell you the truth. But you can see that adjusts the frequency. You can watch on the scope there. Should be a way to, I think, see what the attenuator does. It takes the signal away, basically. Let's see what this does. Nothing that I can see. It's on. Is it on wave? I think it is. Oh, a square wave. That changes the waveform. Okay, that's good. There's your triangle, or sawtooth, whatever you want to call it. And we're back to sine. Okay, there's your indication. I didn't see that before. Yeah, square, triangle. Okay. There's how to do that. Now, I wonder what the menu does. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Maybe I have to hold it down. Nope, doesn't do nothing. Alright, well, that's that. Let's see what else the offset. Okay, that's moving around a little bit, I guess. Up and down, anyway. So, that's that. So, I'm guessing that's 36 kilohertz? Is that what that is? We've stopped adjusting for some reason. Not sure why. Maybe it's something to do with the menu thing. Let's get it off of that. Maybe that. Yeah, there we go. Now I see what it's doing now. 36.1. So what we want, I think, is 455 kilohertz. But I still don't know how to get that. Okay, that gives you your significant, which one you're adjusting. So I need to go over there and kick that to 55. 55. Down one. Okay, now I need to go over 2 and adjust that to 455. Oops. Went too many. Alright, there we go. Now we can go to 4. Alright, now I see how you do it. Now we're getting there. Now let's go back over here and adjust these to 0. Okay. And go over 1. So this is not bad. I can do this. Alright, there's 455. Now here's your what do you call it? Look at that. I got to figure out how to get the spread on this. There we go. Spread that out a little bit. So there's your kilohertz right there. So that's everything's hunky-dory. That works pretty good. I like that. I kind of like to see what it does to a radio. Let me see if I've got my little Panasonic here close by. See if it messes up that. That would be interesting to know.
Trip to see one or more NTT IndyCar races this summer. Check out the Rail Group Grand Prix presented by ALR June 17th through the 20th at Road America.
You can't see what I'm doing.
Lake Wisconsin. Road America is a family destination with free entry for all youth 16 and under when accompanied with an adult. 640 acres, 1,600 campsites, on-site go-karting, fabulous food and beverage options.
So you can see
free family fun zone. For more info on the NTT IndyCar
that is good indication that's working. Turn it up a little bit, turn it down. That's nice. I like that. That is nice. That takes away the, yeah, that's going good. Yeah, that's working really nice. Alright, that's what I wanted to see. Very happy with that. So that's good. That's really good. Let me get back over here to the situation at hand. Now, so this is working pretty good. Now, this will go up to 10 megahertz. I kind of wondered if it would go to 10.7. Wouldn't that be nice? I doubt it. I really do. If it did, it would be great, because you can do the same thing with FM there too, because that's FM IF. So that would be kind of neat. I may play around with that and see later on, but I just wanted to test it, make sure it's working, and you can see it does. And it's pretty easy to figure out, you know, once you start playing around with it. But get that significant. How did I get that 1 in there? There you go, back down to 0. I must have touched something. Anywho, that's like I say, that's a look at that, and I just want. I'm probably doing this a little quicker than you guys may have wanted me to do, but I'm sorry. It's just I'm trying to get a lot done today. Next thing up on the bench is probably the POG and get it back to its working order, and then we'll set it aside, and then maybe put the Packard Bell down here. I don't know yet. I do have the parts for it. Maybe by that time the parts will come in for the other radio, but I really don't want to get into that radio this weekend. So I think if I can get the pictograph and the Packard Bell working, and I think the next step will be to put the global up on the bench and see how it works, or if it works, I should say. Also, I don't know if you noticed this, but I did add leads to my little DMM over there, so in case I need to use it, I can now. So that will be cool, and I like that. So there you go. There's a look at the signal generator. Next thing that's going to happen with this, I haven't tried out the function or the counter, but I will do that. Also, I'd like to figure out how to use this a little more. I'm on the wave output now. There's a TTL output. I'm not really sure how that works and what that's for and things like that. External input must be for your frequency counter, I'm figuring. I don't know what else it would be for. So, like I say, that's a look at it. That's a quick look, but you can see it does work, and it works fine because it's putting out the 455. It messed up the radio significantly, that it was putting out a decent signal. Now, Don, if you're listening out there, and I know you usually listen to my videos, add that add that modulator gizmo that you did for the other little function generator. Add that to this. Now, that'd be something. That'd be kind of neat. You could just go to town with this thing, I'll tell you what. Alright, so that's going to do my look at this. You guys, like I say, I'm going to sign off of this, and then we'll get to the next item up for grabs here on the bench, and I think it's going to be the POG. We'll see. So, alright, see ya. Well, here it is. The POG is back on the bench. Back on the bench. I got to check and make sure where this goes, but I did discover one problem already. These are obviously not the same size. Let's get this a little bit better in the picture. There you go. There's your size compared. There's if I put them, line them up with the hole there on top, you can see how much smaller it is. So I had to drill 2 new holes. Basically, is what I did. So you can get down in there a little bit. See that a little bit? There's a hole there, and a hole right there. Now those are mostly lined up. I put the thing on top and used a marker to mark it out, and then drilled it out with the drill. But again, it's not perfect. Nothing ever is. I do. I do have a rivet, pop rivet, to put in one way. The thing of it is, I think this went in this way with the locating tab this way towards the front of the radio, and I think that's how it went. So I'm going to do this one the same way and basically just put it over that way. I know it's not going to be the same, but still it'll be at least oriented the correct way around, I think. Things will just go off a little bit to that way, so that's not a big deal. So I'm going to try my best to get one rivet in. Again, the rivets I'm using have eluded me, but as usual, I have lost it. So, I guess we'll have to dig out another one. I think that would work probably pretty good. I think. Need to put the, what do you call it, in there and put the sample up there. I need to first get the last video I did, make sure where that hole was. Make sure I've got the right end and everything. And then we'll go from there. So, I'll be back. Alright, well, I am back once again. It is 3:54 now in the afternoon. I've been busy doing some other stuff and doing this as well. As you can see, the new socket is in. It is pointed as I said it was going to be this way. I have to, it's not the prettiest thing with these pop rivets, but you know, you get the best you can. And it is the best I can get it, so not to worry on any touching there, because this is a ground pin here. These are all tied together. You go to ground, or pin 1, which is ground here on the chassis. So that's not a worry there. There's no closeness there. It's okay. So that's that. Again, it's in there nice and tight, and all I have to do now is wire it. Yeah, well. That's going to be the fun thing, because I've already seen that a lot of these things like this resistor here needs to go to ground pin, and it's not going to fit over there, so not going to be able to be grounded over there without adding something to it. I guess I could do that, but I can also ground it back in there. There's a lot of ground places on this chassis, so it's not a big problem, and I'm not going to worry about it too much. So again, that ground there is a little bit close to some other stuff, but again, I think I can get by with it okay. So anywho, that's that. Like I say, I am going to take a break now, because I have other things I need to do. Probably won't get back to this till after supper sometime, and like I said, I'm going to wrap up the video part of it here, and the first part of it, and we got pretty much done, so I'm happy with the progress that we've made. So, like I said, you guys have a pleasant day. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see ya.